I have several working titles for what I think our film's going to be. Among the working titles are Folk Singers from Outer Space Folk Singer, It Came from Greenwich Village, Frankenstein versus the Folk Singer from Space, An Anthem and an Ultimatum. And lastly, of course, Abbott and Costello meet Matt Dillon, with a Y, of Gunsmoke. Okay, the movie starts out, a folk singer says, got his guitar, he sings a song, I've been working on the railroad all the live long day. All of a sudden the news breaks in.
The North American Aerospace Defense Command has issued an emergency warning in regards to the crash of the Meteor earlier today. The authorities request that protective measures be taken immediately.
What do you think's going on? I suppose Rose. How many roses can some crows sit on when the wee sparrow lies narrow and flat on the street? Knock on the door. He goes to the door. He opens the door. And it's a family of aliens. I mean, they're aliens. They're like aliens. Mom, dad, little boy, little girl. Aliens. And the aliens say, excuse us, sir, but our car broke down. May we use your phone? And the man says, sorry, don't have a phone. No, bills, But come on in. So they come in, and the aliens are listening to the guy play folk songs, and they're really terrible folk songs. All original folk songs. Maybe a public domain thrown in there every once in a while, but mainly just his own songs, and they are just not very good. But the family keeps saying, well, we need to talk to you about something very important. And he just keeps playing these bad songs over and over again. And so finally the alien family leaves, right? And they say goodbye, and the aliens start walking through the woods, and they encounter a checkpoint. Oh my God. And then they see the guns are all the lasers are aimed on them. And they put up their hands, and then they see it's the checkpoint's manned by all aliens. They're all aliens. They're surrounded by aliens. And they recognize the family, and they hustle the family to the command post where Mr. Big, with his uniform and really terrible hair, like going like that or something. Well. And the family says, we tried everything we could, but he just wouldn't or couldn't understand. Mr. Big says, I see. The family leaves. Mr. Big and everyone looks up at the screen. And it's the folk singer in his yard. He's being photographed by the drone that's been circling the target for days. Mr. Big says, on my command, take him out. And the family stops. They look back. Folk singer starts picking flowers, and a ladybug lands on his hand. And he goes, oh, and then Mr. Big says, farewell, folk singer. And the drone launches, and it fires. And the folk singer's looking at the ladybug, go, ooh, ah. And then he sees the missile coming at him, and he goes, ooh, and it explosion, mushroom cloud, credits. Hi, welcome back. Hope you enjoyed that hot dog and Coke from the concession stand, which is now called the, I think it's called the Peace Stand, right? It's not called concession, now it's called the Peace Stand. Anyway, while you were getting popcorn, I thought of the actual end of the movie that I just pitched to you. I think when we left last our story, there was a huge explosion in a mushroom cloud. Okay, the end is another news bulletin from an alien broadcaster. And the alien broadcaster says, this just in. the final human being on earth is dead. You see, it's like a switch. You think that the alien family is the people you feel sorry for, right? And then, the folk singer's like, hey, just a cool guy, just a cool guy, just a cool guy. And the alien family is listening to these terrible songs, but they keep trying to tell him something like, we need to talk to you about something that's just kind of important. But they fail, and they go back, and they blow him up, and it turns out that he was the alien. That's what we call a twist. Rod Serling did it all the time. In fact, this is actually a blatant ripoff of just about, every Twilight Zone episode that was ever produced. One of the finest television series ever produced. But, this is, it's a blatant ripoff. That's all. But I hope it's enjoyable.